Shalom, shalom. Excuse me. Coming down with my nose is stuffy and runny. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is going to be a video in the spirit. And again, excuse me for my cough and stuffy nose. You know, it's cold outside. I just got a little runny nose. But anyways, this was a video I was thinking about how, hey, the brotherhood is important. And you're going to have a lot of people that you may know in this life, a lot of acquaintances or, people that you may be familiar with that are still in the world, or they don't really know about the truth all the way. You're going to have a lot of people like that are actually going to turn out to be your enemy in these end days. And you're also going to have family members, that you thought you were cool with that are going to turn out to be your enemy. And the whole reason I'm bringing this out, the point of the video, the topic that came to me through the spirit, the title is roughly pretty much like, hey, man, the men, the brothers we have in this body, that's our real family. And anybody else that truly believes in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and is doing the Lord's will in their order, according to what you are, whether you're a man, woman, or children, if you believe in the Lord and you're doing his will in order, in the specific order that's commanded of you, those are our real family. All right, the men, women, and children of the elect, those are our real family. Everybody else, you got to put the scope on them and you got to watch them. Okay, and we always got to keep this in mind, not to get deceived by this life that you live and by the different acquaintances and people that you have, because the days are gonna come soon where all hell breaks loose, when shit gets real. You're gonna have a lot of people are going to be turning against you, man. So we got to keep this in mind, and we got to maintain awareness of this. Now, this is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start up Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the disciples are asking for signs of when Yahushua is going to come. Verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And many shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So now we're getting into the point of the video, which is that, hey, the elect, that's your real family. That's our real family in this truth, is the elect. All right, anyone that believes on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. So verse 9, it says, Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So these are just things that we got to really keep in mind. The scriptures tell us, and we make videos on it so that we just always keep these things in mind, because it's easy to forget. While we are currently in these mortal vessels, it's easy to forget these things and to get, caught up in this world. My dad always says, or my dad always warned me ever since I was young, a young man, a child, he always warned me to not get caught up, and what he meant was to not get deceived by this world, not get caught up in the bullshit and the whole fake facade that this reality is, man, because the scriptures tell us that we're going to get betrayed. That's why I said, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. So you got to remember, man, unless a man or a woman or a child, whoever it is, unless they're in this truth, you know, they could betray you one day. They could betray you one day. Unless they truly believe in the Lord, they could betray you. You know, that's why the scriptures tell us don't be unevenly yoked with unbelievers. Now, again, you may have certain people that are not in the truth, but you know, you may be cool with them, but that doesn't mean that the Lord is cool with them. At the end of the day, we all hang with people that, we believe, hey, this man may get it or this woman may get it later on. But at the end of the day, you never really know. So that's why we always gotta, stay close and trust the body first and foremost, man. Don't forget these things. All right, again, in verse 10, it says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. So betrayal and hatred is coming at a very high level. And it's already here. You already have people. I seen a video on the internet, of a man going to shoot up his own friend. He went to go shoot his own friend because his friend, I think, somehow, did him dirty. I think he stole from him or something. So you already have betrayal happening, but how much more when you're not going to have food, when you're not going to have Wi-Fi, when you're not going to have electricity, and that person, that so-called friend of yours is going to get tempted. They're going to get tempted because they're going to be hungry or they're going to need money, and then that temptation is going to get the better of them because they're not rooted in Yahweh Shai. So these things are happening. So we gotta, hey, that's why we really our true family and friends is the brotherhood, and that's what it's going to keep saying. Verse 11, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we're noticing that right now at a high level. Iniquity is abounding. You have the new term YN, which has grown in popularity over the last year because iniquity is abounding. These young wicked niggas are so wicked nowadays that these criminals, these evil murderers, these wicked people that they should be put to death. That's their righteous judgment in a righteous world, but these wicked people, they're so wicked and their activity is so high, they've actually been termed young niggas, and that's the iniquity abounding and the love of many waxing cold. That's why we tell you, man, you shouldn't hang with these worldly carnal people because they're not your friends. They're going to turn around and kill you, man. Jake shouldn't have no friends with no young niggas or these stupid people in this world. Because again, I heard the apostles someone say it, a while ago, but just because you're cool with someone doesn't mean Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is cool with that man. Just because you fuck with them and y'all get along on a certain level, y'all, like the same thing, doesn't mean that he's a righteous spirit according to the Lord. So you always got to keep these things in mind. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all of the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end comes. Now, let me go to chapter 12. And, this is just in the spirit. I didn't prepare many scriptures. I just got these two because they hit the point. Matthew 12 and Matthew 12 and 46. It says, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? So Yahweh Shai was raw with it, man. He had his own mother and brother wanting to talk to him. But he immediately hit the man with a parable, He says, and he stretched, verse 49, and he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. What he's saying is, behold, these are my real family. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. So always keep these aspects in mind, because it's easy to get caught up in your emotions in this flesh and say, well, oh, that I grew up with that person, or oh, that this person is, my family, or oh, this person may be my childhood friend. We all got different attachments and stuff to people in this world. But unless they are doing the will of the Lord, which the scriptures go into that, the will of the Lord, it's just, believing in his son, Yahweh Shai, doing what the scriptures say, having faith in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Unless they do those things, then they're not truly your family in the spirit. And Yahweh Shai is saying that right here. So again, these are just things you gotta, keep in mind, so that when all hell breaks loose, or when the build up to it, however it happens, man, these people are going to turn on you. People in your own household may turn on you, your own kids, your own wife and children. How much more any other people that you have in your life. So yeah, man, you can't lose awareness of this. All right. Our true family are those that do the will of the Lord, are those that do this work, are those that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the brothers that have been tested, refined, stood outside and endured that test and have proved themselves to be true friends. Those are our real family, man. So always keep these things in mind. Yeah, man, just wanted to push that out there, because Jacob's trouble's coming soon, and we got to get in the proper spirit and mentality needed for that. So we have to keep going over these basic things. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.